Senator Cory Booker is throwing in the towel and will no longer be running for president of the United States. This is interesting because he just announced last week that he had a big fourth quarter fundraising blitz. But he has announced that he is dropping out of the Democratic presidential race. You know, like Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar, he's going to be stuck at his desk having to sit through impeachment over the Ukrainian phone call, an impeachment that is going to go nowhere, but he wouldn't be allowed to be on the campaign trail because he's got to do his job as a senator, which, of course, is going to also hamstring Bernie Sanders, who has momentum. He's now taken the lead in Iowa. Boy, this is going to be an epic year, isn't it? The president is tweeting away. Number of tweets just from the last half hour or so. He tweeted, Bernie Sanders volunteers are trashing Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren. Everybody knows her campaign is dead and want her potential voters. Mini Mike B, he's talking about Bloomberg. He's going to start calling him Mini Mike. Mini Mike B is also trying, but getting tiny crowds, which are leaving fast. Elizabeth is very angry at Bernie. Do I see a feud brewing? That's the president's tweet. Do I see a feud brewing? He also then a few minutes later tweeted, the fake news media and their Democrat partners are working hard to determine whether or not the future attack by terrorist Soleimani was imminent or not. And was my team in agreement? The answer to both is a strong yes, but it doesn't really matter because of his horrible past. I made the mistake again. I broke my vow to boycott Meet the Press. I watched a little bit of it yesterday morning. They're all sitting around hysterical because they can't determine whether or not the attacks were imminent or not. That's what they're worried about. Everybody agrees that Soleimani is responsible for the deaths and injuries of many, many, many Americans. Everybody agrees he was a monster. Everybody agrees he was the kind of the king of the roadside bombs. Everybody agrees he was a bad guy who should have been taken out. And all they fretted about on Meet the Press yesterday, led by that hack, Chuck Todd, is whether or not there were actual embassies targeted. Was it really imminent? What does imminent really mean? It's like down the rabbit hole.